Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Cutting Through the Bullshit. I am your host, Dr. Stephanie Snyder, and I am a high performance mentor. Through my unique blend of strategy, mindset, and intuition, I help men and women to cut through the BS in order to create the life and business they desire. So, this is take two. The first episode was interrupted by three of my children, my husband calling, a whole bunch of things. So, we just put it to the end. Stopped it. We're going to restart here. So obviously it's summertime, right? And if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time, again, thank you. If you are a regular listener, I absolutely am honored that you spend your time with me. Today, we're going to dive into a little bit of the ups and downs in entrepreneurship. So for those of you who don't know, if you're new to my channel, my husband and I own multiple businesses. And so as entrepreneurs, there's different challenges that you'll get as you move through life and business. And we were faced with a different one today. Actually quite exciting, but also we're just going to talk about the kind of the flip side of that coin as well. So one of our companies that we own, we work with warehouse equipment, warehouse materials, so pallet racks, pallet jacks, security cages, pallet racking, lifts, those kinds of things. And so we have been successful in this business before, and I have been feeling pulled to hire a full-time salesperson. And so my husband and I were walking through that today. Ended up posting it on LinkedIn. It's 100% remote. So if you are someone that has sales experience, please check that out. The company is Source Equipment, and we are looking to expand it. And I was so excited to post this on LinkedIn. And then once I posted it, there was the flip side of it, which was the whole, not all of the like, what do you need to do to hire this person, right? Like all of the tax things, all of the legal things, right? It was the what if this goes wrong things that started to hit me. And it was a lot of what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? What if they're crappy with their customers? What if this? What if this? What if this? Because it's your reputation on the line. What if this? What if this? What if this? Right? And there was a whole lot of what ifs that started to come through. And I could feel myself begin to spiral and ultimately second guess actually posting and hiring for this position. And so I did some tapping. I sat down and I just told myself that this was okay, right? Like these were things, this was a bridge that we were going to cross, and there's going to be some learning on the other side of this, because I 100% believe that delegation is the best thing that you can do for your business. If you are a solopreneur, where you are the sole owner and sole runner of this business, that drains you actually immensely from being able to hold the vision for the business. And so being able to bring in team members that can actually help you achieve the goal that you want will get you to that vision so much faster. And so delegation is a huge part of this. However, this is one of the things that I see so many entrepreneurs actually struggle with, because many of them will start the business on their own, doing all the things, wearing all the hats. And then when they are maxed out on their time, they say, let me bring somebody else in. But instead of giving that new person the time to get acclimated to the flow of things and the systems of things, they begin to they continue to do the work. And now they're paying for this person and are wondering why they can't afford to pay this person when they're still doing all of the work. And so this is one of the big things that I really help my clients with, because most of my clients are entrepreneurs, and this is a struggle. And this is also something that happens in motherhood as well. We do all the things, and then when it comes time to actually bring other people in because they can do things, we grip it so tight that it is difficult to actually let go of. And so when we're moving through this, it's important to focus on the positive of it. Yes, there will be learning curves as you delegate. Yes, it is going to be uncomfortable for you, the business owner. And that's okay. That's kind of the point, right? You can't grow while you continue to do everybody else's jobs. I've heard this conversation a lot with other entrepreneurs. Like, how do you begin to delegate these things? And so, I love doing this list with clients because it's very visual and it's very easy for them to see, okay, hey, actually, I really hate this thing. And so I call it the love, like, hate, and delegate little exercise. And what you do is you write 3 columns: love, like, hate, and then in parentheses, I do delegate for that one. Okay. And of all the things that you do throughout the day in either business or at home, right? These are both of the things. You write down all the things that you love. Chances are the things that you love is actually quite short. It's probably only a couple of things that you love to do in your business or at home, right? And by home, I mean like the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry, those kinds of things, right? It's probably a pretty short list of the things that you love. And in your business, probably a short list of the things that you love. The content creation, maybe the podcast, the YouTube videos, right? Like, and then there's going to be a column of things that you like to do. You don't mind doing it. Uh, you're okay doing it, but you wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to write this marketing email, right? Like maybe that's not your jam. And so that would go in the like column. And then in the things that you absolutely hate to do, I would put in your hate column. And this is the maybe you don't love to do sales. You really love your business, but you don't love the sales call. Okay, so put that in the delegate column. Okay. Maybe you also can't stand to do the marketing. You're like, I know what we're doing and I can articulate it, but I don't care about the marketing or the Google spend or anything like that. And so you put that in the delegate column. Okay. For me, that was one of the very first things that I delegated for the business, because I knew that there was somebody out there who was better at marketing this particular business than I was. And so I hired them, and I have no problem paying them. They are worth their weight in gold, and they are awesome at what they do. And so I have no problem delegating that, because it is not something that I love to do. I don't want to figure out the SEO. I don't want to. And so this is actually a very powerful exercise, because there is, again, probably not a whole lot of things that you love to do in your business. And the more that you can delegate the like it and the hate it column to people who maybe love those things, right? My marketing team is really good because they love what they do. I don't love that side of things. Okay, but chances are there is somebody who loves the thing that you like or you hate. And by bringing them in, they're actually going to be more productive and more effective than you are doing that particular thing. Now, here comes the thing, right? You're like, okay, cool. Like, all right, I feel like I'm ready to delegate. Like, I see the things that I hate, and I feel like I'm ready to delegate. Know that it may take a few tries to delegate this. And that's okay. It doesn't mean it's not supposed to happen. It might mean that you need to iron things out and get a little bit more clear on what it is that you're looking for. Maybe have some better systems in place, some SOPs that are maybe better fit for that, right? That is okay to do, and it's okay to have different changes, and maybe you go through a couple of employees to find the right fit, right? It's not all going to be perfect the very first time. That's part of growing a business. And that's okay too, right? These are conversations I have with my clients all the time. Like, okay, I've got somebody that we're working with that is terrible at their job. How do we let go of them? Okay, right? Like, if they're terrible at their job, chances are they know it. And they need to be just let free so that they can go do something else that they love, right? Like, I struggle to see people who are like, oh, I really suck at my job, but I love it here, right? Like, that's generally not where you're going to get. It's going to be, I hate my job and I don't want to be here. And so when you let them loose, guess what? It gives them the opportunity to do something else that they love. And that's more my philosophy, right? Like, there's always going to be a place for somebody, and it may not be with you. And I've read all the leadership books, and I think the best analogy I had, and I forget who wrote it, was like seats on a bus, right? Like, your business is a bus, and there are going to be people that sit on the bus. And not everybody gets a seat on the bus, but sometimes you have to shift those seats because people need to be in different locations for something. And sometimes those people don't even need to be on your bus because you're like, you know what? You are clearly not headed in the right direction that we are. So see you, bye, all the things. Now, here's a little caveat, because then it becomes like businessy, right? Like you hire your first person and it's like, well, what's my mission statement and what's my business plan and what's this and what's that, right? Like you don't have to have all those things figured out to get started. Before you hire your first person, you don't have to have all of your ducks in a row. You could hire a virtual assistant that you just delegate things to. That is it's an hourly thing and they just get some stuff off your plate so that you can free up and have more space to actually put together a mission statement at some point, right? The problem lies in the fact that many of us as entrepreneurs wear all the hats and we try to do all of the things, which actually stifles our growth. My guess is that you didn't start the business to cap your own income. You probably started the business to skyrocket your income, and the best way to do that is to add people to your team. So, if you are in the space where you're ready to grow, you feel the need, the pull to grow some more, I would love to coach you through this, getting your first hire, putting that together. Even if you're just hiring a virtual assistant, right? That there was a website years ago called Fiverr where you could hire someone for $5 to do stuff and get it off your plate. That is a gold mine. I totally recommend doing things like that. I don't know if that website's still around, but there are for sure virtual assistants that you can find that will take things off your plate that you don't care to do. Or use AI. AI is a great space for this as well. So if you have questions, comments, anything you want to add, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to have a conversation with you. And as always, be you, because the world needs more of you. Bye.